Hello there. I'm Robert.
And I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party. You know who else is late to the party?
Danny Rand.
Yeah, I hear he's bringing the punch. So the final Defender is upon us.
Yes.
And we've had a lot of fun going through Marvel and Netflix's partnership series.
Yes, with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage.
Yep, and every single one has been pretty much a hit in our book. Now, Iron Fist, lesser known, but definitely a huge part of the Defender series and the Heroes for Hire series as well, with
Yes.
Luke Cage. So we're really excited to see, the final standalone before we get into
The Defenders, Avengers version of Netflix's version, I guess.
And that's what's exciting, is that Netflix is taking such a big, effort to combine these, lower level heroes into a cinematic universe on our TV screens.
I really enjoyed what Netflix has done and what Marvel and Netflix has done together to bring these characters onto Netflix, and a huge hit.
Yep.
Like, so good.
Can't put them down, essentially.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what they have in store for the second trailer for Iron Fist. I believe it's the second trailer. We may have missed one in there.
Hi, I'm Danny Rand. I've been away a long time.
Let's go. You don't belong here.
I'm Danny Rand. Guys, I just want to talk. Welcome to Rand Enterprises.
I like how the baton sounded like a sword.
Yeah.
I left here 10 years old in a jet with my parents. I became the lone survivor.
Name's Oliver
Danny
Queen.
Rand, back from the dead. Why'd you wait this long to show up? How the hell did he learn martial arts?
Where'd you train?
Kunlun. My father
Kinda gives me a
instilled in
Batman
me
Begins
love and
vibe.
respect for this company that has never faded. This is my home.
Rand is my company.
The
Hostile
city
takeover.
is no place for Danny Rand.
Don't you get the memo?
Danny, what happened to you? Why are you really back here?
Some bad people have gotten on the inside. Criminals.
Hallway
I know
scene.
what they are, what they can do.
To fight them, we need someone with special skills.
Of course.
I've
Good
been
old
training
night,
my
nurse.
whole life for this.
There to connect all of them.
There she is.
This is my
And-
destiny. It's time.
Like it.
I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
You need me.
The change is
I like the
coming.
music.
I love it.
Become what you were meant to be.
Out of the fist.
I am the Iron Fist.
The hell does that mean?
Yeah! Just a taste.
So good.
I love it. No, that was cool.
I don't know, I was trying to absorb everything, so maybe my reaction wasn't in your face, because I'm trying to absorb.
Pick it apart?
Yeah, I'm trying to absorb everything that's in this trailer. Yeah, but the thing, it does remind me of Batman Begins,
Which
and
is-
all of that stuff.
which- Oliver Queen came to my mind first.
right, Batman came to my mind first.
Absolutely right. It does feel more like Batman Begins as it starts going a little bit further, but the whole, my name is Oliver Queen, going through the whole thing without Felicity Smoke. But you're right. No, Batman Begins, it does have that feel.
Because the only thing that it kind of reminds me of Batman Begins because of him getting trained into this league, essentially being the Iron Fist. You got the League of Shadows that Batman was training to be in that movie, and
Well, Oliver got into the League of Assassins eventually. It took a couple seasons, but he was in there somewhere.
eventually.
Yeah, no, okay, so moving on. Iron Fist, the trailer itself, the way they constructed it with the music, brilliant. I loved it. I thought it was
I'm
good.
excited to see where it takes place in the universe of the characters.
Yeah.
Does it take during like, is it after everything that had happened before in Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and in Daredevil, or is it like in between everything that's happening in those series as well, to the point where like when you're watching this you're like, oh, I know that, like you would had to have watched the other episodes, the other seasons of Daredevil or Jessica Jones to figure out that little nod to them is like, okay, so we're in this timeline right now.
I see what you're saying, kind of constructing it at a pivotal moment in those shows where it's happening. I think that it's consecutive. I think that you're going one right after the other because Night Nurse, she's gone from each one so far, and currently she, spoilers, is in the Luke Cage storyline, but she already kind of preluded that she was getting back to the Daredevil storyline. So, I mean, it just depends on, you know, what she's up to.
I feel like maybe because of, I can't remember her name, but the lady from Daredevil, so maybe it's like coincide with season 2 of Daredevil.
Yeah,
and it kind of connects with that, and maybe did they say that any of them were gonna show like a cameo and do a cameo in this
They
one?
won't say that because that's a huge selling point for when they show up.
Holding them off until they actually do the Defender series?
Well, I know they've already kind of shown them together in the Defender series, but it is also possible that it is towards the end of this season, because that's one thing that Marvel does pretty well is they throw in other characters and in the post credits to kind of give you that next stage that we're going to. So I feel like they have to show up somewhere in the end, but right now we know that Luke Cage is kind of indisposed at the moment, so we still have a little bit of a journey to go through to get everybody together, which is really exciting to see. Personally, I was not that excited for Iron Fist just based off the last trailer. I was like, okay, I trust them and I know they're going to do a good job.
This one got you.
Yeah, no, for sure. This one did get me. The music, the way it just kind of, it felt more like Batman Begins and it felt Arrow, which, don't get me wrong, I loved Arrow. Season 1. I thought Season 1 was awesome of Arrow.
I'm kind of bored with Arrow.
Season 2 also was great.
Flash, but anyways, this is Marvel, not DC, so let's get back to Marvel.
Correct, but you have to see that the story structure is very similar in the sense that when effort is put in, you get some good results, and Netflix is just
I'm very, very intrigued with what they're doing. I always love essentially crossovers is my like huge thing that I love from like different stuff, then they bring them all together into one, and I'm excited to see like what this piece of the puzzle connects to all of the other ones. And I can't wait to watch it and like see little nods from the other like seasons and stuff, because that's like my favorite parts and stuff. Like especially in Luke Cage when she's like, oh, I know a lawyer, and I'm like, she's talking about Daredevil.
And that's something that Marvel on the Disney side does well. I mean, that's just something that they've got down. So really excited to see what they have in store for us and the Iron Fist coming up.
So thank you so much for watching our reaction to the Iron Fist second trailer.
Yeah, really excited, especially after this trailer. So let us know in the comments below if you guys are just as excited or if you are not excited. Otherwise, you can also find us at all our social networking gin joints.
At Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram.
And as always, now it's time to say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.